You might be wondering, what is the best time to run for weight loss? I am the perfect person to answer this for you, so stay tuned. In this video, we'll talk about running and its effect on weight loss. Then we'll cover whether you have to run to lose all your weight. And last, I'll reveal how to lose your weight if you cannot physically run because you're too heavy, sick, or in pain. Running is a form of exercise, and a lot of people turn to it to lose weight. We're dazzled by the visions of a lean runner without a weight problem. But look around and you'll see a lot of overweight runners. If running's so great for weight loss, then why do you see fat runners? Well, there's more to the story here. Running is a form of cardio, and yes, cardio burns calories. This is especially true when you do it fasted versus on a full stomach. But cardio only burns calories while you're doing it. Activities that build muscle, like lifting weights, help you burn more calories in the long run, and no pun intended. Fat tissue doesn't burn calories, muscle tissue does. The more muscle you have, the more calories you can eat, right? Well, yes and no, because just like we see fat runners, we see fat bodybuilders who are super strong. They carry a lot of muscle, but they also carry a lot of body fat. If having muscle, all it just allows you to burn more calories and eat whatever you want, then why are they fat? It's simple. You can't outtrain a bad diet, whether the training is with cardio like running or with weights. If it were as simple as calories in, calories out, then we would not have fat athletes. And here's some proof for you. If your goal is to lose weight, when you run, doesn't matter if your diet isn't on point. There are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. Calories in, calories out tell us that we have to burn off 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat. Well, listen, I hiked rim to rim of the Grand Canyon in May of 2021. That's a 24-mile hike with 6,000 feet of climbing. I wore my heart rate monitor calibrated to my body, and it told me that I burned 3,500 calories. So you're telling me I'd have to complete that 24-mile hike 5 times if I wanted to lose 5 pounds? I mean, what about someone who's got 100 pounds or more to lose? Are they supposed to hike it 100 times? You ain't got time for that. You ain't got the fitness level to do that safely. I exercise every day and I was wiped out. Running is not the way to address your weight problem. It can improve cardiovascular health. It can help you manage stress and fight depression. It's a way to challenge yourself physically, but it is not a way to address your weight problem. If you're too heavy and sick to run safely, running is a bad idea. Running with a weight problem can be dangerous depending on your size and overall health. It beats the crap out of your joints. They weren't meant to carry that much weight around for 24/7. Plus, it can strain your heart, which is already strained. You can injure yourself in any number of ways. Get the weight off by addressing your nutrition with me on the Code Red lifestyle. You can eat real food, drink water, and sleep, and follow a few simple rules. 0 exercise is required to lose all the weight you want on my program. Weight loss is 100% nutrition. Guess your weight off and experience how good it feels to run at goal weight. Running has its benefits, but you don't need to run to get the weight off. Plus, you can't outrun a bad diet. So let me help you get the weight off safely by addressing it through your nutrition. You can eat well, feel satisfied, and still lose all the weight you want. One time I was asked to speak at a club. I won't say the club, just in case I've got people listening who are in that club, but it was a runner's club in Boise. And I was asked to speak at that club. And there were several hundred people there for their annual convention. And I stepped on stage and I looked out over the audience. And let me tell you, most of those people were overweight. And they run so many miles. They brag about running. You know, I run 20, 30, 40 miles a week or something crazy. And they brag about it, but they're overweight. It is so damaging to your body to put your body through that continuous pounding. I got another story. I was asked to replace Jillian Michaels on The Biggest Loser several years ago when I lived in New York City. And I did not take that job with NBC because I don't believe in making obese people run. It is just wrong. It is unhealthy. And I get it that those Biggest Loser contestants had to be, you know, I guess cardiovascular wise healthy enough to be on the show. But they were working out and training 5 hours a day and running 5 miles in the morning and 5 miles at night. Are you kidding me? That is crazy to me. And I'm not down with that. I couldn't be a part of that. I don't believe in making obese people run, especially the morbidly obese people run. And you could really damage your body by doing this. And I get that they make them do that because it's good viewing. I mean, it's all about the views. It's all about the ratings. And that's what gets great views, is watching some poor morbidly obese person just sweating it out, you know, on a bike or jumping up on a box and running down the street. I mean, I get it, but it's so dangerous. The reason I started the Code Red lifestyle was because I was a fat athlete. So I absolutely get that. I was both the fattest and the fittest I'd ever been. At my fattest, I was also in elite level shape. I was very, very strong on a bike. I was a very strong fighter, and yet I just kept getting fatter and fatter. And I was training 3 to 5 hours a day. I was riding my road bike 300 miles a week. My husband and I rode our road bikes all over the world. We rode through Italy, and we rode through Spain, and we rode through, Austria. We were all over the place. France, all through the United States. And I was a great cyclist, but I was fat. And I'm telling you firsthand, that's not a way to address it. And I knew that I was feeling like crap and getting fatter, and my gut would hit my knee when I would cycle. And I was so miserable, and I had IBS and headaches all the time. And I didn't understand why, because I thought the answer was just working out more runs, more rides, more lifting, more working out. And it made me worse. It was worse. I had to do this 100% through my nutrition. I burn roughly 300 calories on a 3-mile run with my 2 dogs. When I do this almost every morning because my dogs are big and they need a lot of exercise. And I like getting out there and running. I'm not a particularly good runner or a strong runner. I don't get really fast run times, but I do it because I love it. It's early morning, the sun's coming up, it's a little bit dark. It's just my happy time in the mornings. So if a pound of fat is 3,500 calories, you're telling me I gotta do, 9 runs in order to burn a pound off? It's just, I would blow out a knee before I'd make a dent in my weight loss. I mean, how discouraging is that to hear as an overweight person, or a person in a wheelchair, or a person missing a leg, to hear that well, you gotta run to lose weight? How discouraging is that? I can't run. They might be thinking, I can't do this. Does this mean I'm gonna be fat? No, that doesn't mean you're gonna always be fat. I have plenty of people in wheelchairs that lose a lot of weight. So to answer your question, what is the best time to run for weight loss? Move on to the next question, because there is no good answer for this. Or I guess the Cristy answer is none, 0, goose egg. You can't outrun your diet. Don't bother to run for weight loss. Just stop. It's not gonna work, it's not working, or you wouldn't have clicked on this video. We will talk about exercise, we will talk about all sorts of things on the 10-pound takedown, so join the next challenge if you wanna lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days and learn a new way to live, the proper human diet of real food, water, and sleep. I have linked it up below. I will see you on the next challenge, and I will see you on the next video. Well, listen, I hiked rim to rim of the Grand Canyon. Well, listen, I hiked the Grand Canyon. And I get that they make that. So stop bothering, just don't bother to run for weight loss. Just stop. It's not gonna work, it's not working, or you wouldn't have clicked on this video. I don't know, it's probably rude, but they can decide.